Hey everyone, and welcome back to Financial Freedom by 40. My name is Kelly, and today I'm answering some of your questions. One of the questions that I have had is, do we do our own renovations or do we use tradies? So, for the most part, we actually do our own renovations. So that's the renovations at the start of, just after we purchase a property, and also between tenancies, we tend to do a lot of our own renovations. We've learned a lot over the years in terms of how to, do our painting and fixing up of things. But yeah, so we're pretty hands-on. We get in there, get out, get stuck in, do the gardening, do the painting, fix things up, and because of that, that's really enabled us to save a lot of money over the years, and also it's made it possible for us to make some deals work that just wouldn't have worked if we had to pay higher rates to get tradies in. There are some exceptions though where we do use tradies. So the number one exception I would say to that is that we always get a tradie in to do the job if it's something that is, what's the right word for it? Maybe dangerous. So if it's an electrical job, if it's something that requires a professional, to do the job, someone who actually knows what they're doing, yeah, we get a professional into that. So if it's electrical work, we get a professional in. If it's roof replacement, so things that require, like the roof, we've had roofs replaced on a number of our houses. We've got tradies into those jobs. If it's something that you need to have like a licensed building practitioner for, there's quite a few jobs that the building code require you to have a licensed building practitioner to do. So we shouldn't take on any of those jobs ourselves. The sort of DIY, maintenance type stuff, the painting and those kind of things, the ripping up of the old carpet, stuff like that, we do ourselves. The other thing too that you need to factor in when you're doing renovations, and we haven't had an issue with this ourselves, but we have done building reports on houses that have had asbestos. And again, that's something else that you need to get the professionals in to deal with. So if we came across a house that had asbestos in it, and we needed to get that removed, we would get the professionals in to come in, take that out, and dispose of that in the correct way. So there just are some jobs that are not best done DIY because there's a safety factor involved in those things. The other times we've used tradies is where we just haven't had personal capacity to do things. So sometimes there's jobs we could do, but it just doesn't make sense for us to do them because we haven't got the time to do them. Or if we tried to do them ourselves in a particular project, it would just push us way over in time, and it makes more sense to get the house tenanted again. Then we'll call in a tradie. But yeah, for a lot of the other stuff we manage ourselves. We just get stuck in, and we didn't start out sort of knowing how to do all of this stuff. Our early paint jobs probably weren't the best, but over time we've got better at doing it. And over time we've got, I'd say, more efficient with some of the stuff we do too. So, for example, we ended up buying a spray paint machine. What's it called? Airless sprayer. And we use that for doing a lot of our painting now because it saves so much time. It's really worth it for the time investment. We bought that because we had a quote from a painter to paint a fence, and it was going to cost us way more than buying the sprayer. So we bought the sprayer, we painted the fence, and we've now used the sprayer to paint inside, outside, multiple houses, and it saves way, way more time than trying to do it by hand with a roller or something like that. So big time and money saving in doing that. And you can learn how to do most things on YouTube. So we've learned jib stopping on YouTube. We've learned painting techniques for sprayers on YouTube. Took a while to get that right, bit of practice required. Other things, loads of things. The other things that we do get the professionals in for, because it's kind of, we might be able to figure out how to do it on YouTube, but it's, bit easier if you get the professionals in, is carpet and vinyl laying. So we tend to get someone who knows what they're doing. It's really quick. If you have the professionals come in and do it, they're really quick. They don't make like they cut it right. I'd be terrified if we did the carpet ourselves. We might cut it too short or something like that. So and the cost of the installation isn't that bad compared to the cost of the actual product. Same with kitchens. We have installed a kitchen, we might have done two, I think, ourselves. Only reason being that the kitchen companies were just not the time frames were too long for us. So we could get the cabinetry, but we couldn't get the install done in the time frame we needed to turn the house around and get it renovated before tenants moved in. So in those cases, we have installed the kitchens ourselves. But again, it's generally not that cost effective to do that. The fee that we've found, the installation fee, is not that big a component of your overall kitchen replacement costs. So we've tended to get the kitchen company just to come in and install the kitchen as well. They are super quick. They can do it a lot quicker than what we can do it. Saves you a lot of time, and they do a really good job of putting it in there. So those are some of the things that we factor in deciding whether we use tradies or we do DIY. DIY definitely is a big way to save a lot of money, and often it too enables you to get things turned around really quickly. So tradies tend to have a longer lead time, so if you can DIY things, often you can get things turned over a lot faster. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a comment and I'm happy to record you another video. Otherwise, I'd love for you to follow along on our journey. So just feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you wanted to, we also have an Instagram channel where we share a lot of information about what we've got going on, in particular about what's happening on the day-to-day. So we're Instagram at Financial Freedom by 40, the word 40. So yeah, might see you along there as well. Hope you have a lovely day. Talk again soon. Bye.